Welcome to the MineSanity podcast. What's up, guys? My name's Azraeli Trinity, and welcome to the MineSanity podcast. With us today, Gravewalker
Ew.
and Banjo Bates.
Hi there.
It's been a couple weeks
Snide
since we did
remarks this time, Banjo?
Yeah,
Huh?
for once. No. It's been a couple weeks since we did a podcast last, so lots to...
And it's all their fault.
Whose
What?
fault?
I don't know.
Who they?
You.
They us?
You.
They you? I
They
know of-
you.
Just. Ow. Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
Restart.
No. Like we'll ever start. Like I'll remember to edit this out.
It's a good
Well,
point.
we all know that's not gonna work.
Yeah, exactly. So over the past couple weeks, I guess some shenanigans have been going on between Team IDC and Team, well, not Team SPI, but just SPI. Basically ending up in,
A brutal flame war where no one survived.
yeah.
Something like that.
Um,
Well, last thing that really happened was, well, shall we go over everything that happened?
I don't really think that's necessary.
Well, not that part. I mean, like, in-game. The actual...
In-game, you targeted an innocent civilian. What kind of agency do you call yourselves?
Oh,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Innocent. Right.
First, we never claimed to be an agency. It's a team.
Well, huh?
With a secret base.
So,
You must have some kind of organization going on.
we had a
Yes,
secret
we are
base.
very organized.
Yes. Hyper-organized. Team IDC organized.
Yes.
Poster children for organizational skills. We had a secret base in the last map. What are you talking about? We just never did anything with it.
Yeah,
Wait, let me think. You had a secret base. Where was it?
It was one of it was one of the strongholds.
Yeah.
Oh, the strongholds. Oh, I guess I never figured out about that one.
Really?
Um,
Yeah.
How do you... Something about the word secret.
No, it's not that. It's just that you guys never mentioned it at all.
No,
Yeah, it's because, like you said, we never did anything with it.
we never did
It was
anything
just
with
kind
it.
of there.
Yeah, we were planning on like redoing it and having it be a launch pad for when we do stuff, but we never did anything with it.
Yeah.
And I
Oh, well.
was involved in my huge, not adventure. That's this season adventure map. My amusement park that
Yeah.
I never really had a chance to, for the most part, get off my island by and large.
I don't know. I think it turned out pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
What, the
turned
Some
out-
good
amusement park?
games.
Oh, yeah. No, the amusement park I absolutely loved. I thought it was an amazing thing. And I wish that I had, done more with it and been a little bit more active with it and done more videos about it and paid you to finish the ship in time.
Yeah, I was waiting for my payment. Jeez.
Yeah, that's what you were waiting for.
No, really. You said
No,
what,
actually,
9,000 blocks?
what he was waiting for was the file that had the original,
Yeah,
or had what
that's
the
it.
ship was supposed to look like.
It was on the spare server for how long?
That's true.
Well, yeah, but that would be really annoying. Whereas I could just open up a schematic in a separate. Well, I guess I could just open up the server. Never mind.
Yeah.
Shut up. Just shush.
Yeah. But yeah, season 1 was fine. But yeah, we had the secret base in season 1. We just made the secret base in season 2 apparent.
Yes. Blatantly
Um,
obvious.
Yes.
And which it wasn't really. Honestly, it was a bad idea keeping it where we did, considering King walked into it halfway
Yeah.
through us building it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was the only
that's
reason he
how
knew
we were
where it
it
was. Is because
No. He and I were in a call, and he
No,
legitimately.
he came down the ladder when we were digging it.
Well, he might have thought that it was something else. Because when he and I were doing it, we dug out a little room right below. Let's see. Well, where would that have been? Right below the chair, in the office. And what happened then?
What were we doing digging out
To put our little secret area-ish thing to fool with you.
Oh, I get what you mean. You guys were planning on your little secret room being directly underneath our building,
Yes.
not
And then it
being
turned out that
underneath
we
our
dug.
base.
Yeah, we dug right into your base, so we thought, hey, this will be way funnier. So we did.
Gotcha.
But he still knew it was there in the first place, kind of.
Yeah.
I'm sure he did. It's just that
He just
didn't.
didn't.
Know what
He
it
just
was.
didn't know how to get into it
Yeah.
until he dug up the redstone.
Actually, that was me.
Oh.
Actually, that was a
Nonetheless.
creeper.
Oh,
I fixed it though.
so
Don't
hey,
worry.
hey, see, I'm not the only one to blow up that door twice.
And he won't be the last, considering that I blew it up once on a copy of the server.
Oh, madre.
But the bullseye prank, I think, was pretty funny.
That was clever. I liked it. Except for the big
It was-
dildo wielding.
Oh well,
That was just kind of an addendum. Because I had said for a long time ago that I always wanted to just replace the swords that King made on those statues with pink wool to make it look like they were wielding dildos.
Just like Saints Row 4. Or
And
Saints Row 3.
it had nothing to do with the prank itself whatsoever. It was just icing on the cake at that point.
Well, clearly.
and then I had to.
Big black cocks. That was the greatest.
I had a hard time editing that. I promise you.
Very vexed with the white text.
I've used that every now and again. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny when you add it in for emphasis.
Yeah.
But and then King and was it King and Dude, and then you came
Yeah.
along later, Banjo?
With the James Bond?
Yeah, no,
Yes.
Mission Impossible. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
that was
King
clever.
Did that to my house and I was kind of. Must have logged in right after they did it, and I logged in my storage room, and I just hear note blocks. My first thought was, "Oh God's sakes, not again." It took me a minute. I got up there, saw the sign. Okay, and then it registered, but the song was, and I lost it.
I would say that's a successful prank then.
I wouldn't really consider it a prank.
He has some pretty big plans that he has disclosed to me that I cannot tell you about.
Okay.
And it's gonna be good.
That's not
I look
worrying
forward
in
to
the
it.
least.
I always enjoy pranks on the server, so we just needed to kind of get the ball rolling on it. 'Cause
Yeah, I was curious. Why didn't you guys do the "You've been targeted" to me?
Because they didn't have enough wool or time.
it was more King was the focus as far as SPI was concerned. You were kind of an afterthought because you were, quote unquote, recruited afterwards.
Hmm.
King was our focus.
Gotcha.
Because there's no point in targeting Ozilk.
Well, he's never gonna see it.
Well,
Not for a while.
I think I know where his place is, or what there is of his place, but
I didn't
but
know he had one.
he has a hobbit hole again.
Oh.
yeah, out in the
Um,
woods behind the amphitheater, a little ways.
it's-
I'm actually pretty sure that was someone's temporary house.
Well,
I don't know.
it's still got stuff there, so it seems like it's somebody's house, and nobody ever claimed it. So
Oh well. Let's see. We should probably go over projects everybody's working on.
Sure.
Anybody want to start?
my tower done.
Iron Trench.
I think we
That's
talked.
this
I
way,
think
yeah.
did we? We haven't had a podcast since the Iron Trench got finished.
No.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Explain it.
It's a big thing that I'm never gonna do again. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
For those of you that don't
Descriptive.
know, the Iron Trench is something that was developed, I think, solely by Tango Tech,
Yes.
and it's basically a hyperactive iron farm.
It's 32 villages.
Yeah, it uses 32 villages lined up in a line in order
Does
to
it?
create as many iron golems as fucking possible.
Yep.
It's a massive structure. It doesn't have all that complicated of redstone.
Oh, it's pretty complex.
Insert screenshot here.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to even bother. I will link it in the video description, but it is freaking massive
you remember.
and very fast. And how fast is it, Banjo? Like, it's how many stacks an hour?
It's 20 stacks an hour. 1100 iron. It works out to be.
Yeah, 1100
So,
iron
fun
per
times.
hour. Yeah, good times.
Yeah, except mine's broken. I need to figure out what the hell's wrong with it.
On a
I just
regular
haven't.
basis, yes.
Yeah, I mean, it works well in like. It works perfectly for like 20-minute segments, and then it stops. And then, right as another iron golem spawns to stop the restart process, it resets. So I need to figure out what's going on. If I missed a block in a hopper or something, I don't know. But maybe I can just increase the time. That might work. Yeah,
Well,
that's a good
If
solution.
the golem is spawning that stops it from reset or causes it to reset,
No,
because it's
stops it from
timing out.
resetting.
Okay.
It stops it
then-
from resetting. Basically, there's a clock that goes, and if an iron golem hasn't stepped on a pressure plate for X amount of minutes, which I think it's like 4, it'll reset.
Then yeah, add a little bit more time to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing, but I also want to figure out why mine isn't producing iron golems in the correct frequency.
Yeah.
Right? Frequency?
That
Sure.
seems to be the right word. If
Yeah.
not, oh well.
Yeah, the correct frequency for it to not reset. So, yeah.
Cool.
Nah.
Yeah.
Aside from my tower, the only other thing I've really been working on is the new massive post office. Don't say a word, Banjo. He's not
It's
a fan
gonna
of
look horrible.
That's because you see the frame and you see nothing else.
I
The
see the
actual-
frame because there is nothing else.
Here's a pretty floor.
It's a big square block of wood. What can you do with that? Not very much.
Make it round.
Okay, and how are you gonna do that, Mr. 60 by 60 wood square on the ground?
Hey,
50
hey,
by 50.
yeah, 50. Actually, well,
52.
it's
I was close.
the inner square.
That
is
was
the
just
outer
completely
one.
off the top of my head.
It probably is 60. Now that I think about it, the outer ring. In any case, what I'm planning on doing is once we get the walls up, and once we get everything kind of laid out more, like the basic design, what I'm gonna end up doing is kind of it's gonna be squarish on the bottom, I'll admit, but the higher it goes up, it's gonna get rounder, and
So you're gonna make
it'll
another
be
penis tower at spawn.
no, it'll be fancy. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't explain fanciness.
Nor can you build it, apparently.
Oh.
I knew that one was coming.
Yeah.
Moving
But
on.
whatever. It's something that I don't have to end up building, so I'm
Hey,
satisfied.
you bored?
Yeah, I'm kind of wishing that you had built it. So
Yes, because
oh, come on, it hasn't even started.
both of my post offices from
the
season
second post
1,
office, the second post office was beautiful. I loved it.
yeah, it was definitely
I thought-
better than the first.
The
I-
first one was dog shit ugly.
It was kind of thrown together, wasn't it?
That's the one that Grave helped me on.
I helped you on both of them.
That's true.
You see,
when it-
everything you touch
whenever we-
turns to dog shit.
Whenever we built the first one, I really wasn't. I hadn't built so much stuff. I don't like building stuff. I like digging into a hill and modifying from the inside out.
And
Building
making
from
it
the
look like
ground
dog
up. You cannot talk anymore. Building from the ground up is difficult for me. That's why I'm working on building a tower this time, because I'm building my base entirely as a tower this time. Something new, something different for me.
Meanwhile, I have a floating platform. That's my entire base.
Well, yeah.
But that's just simply because I need something that's temporary, so I don't have to tear down a whole lot once the
Oh,
adventure map
I
starts.
do have a question.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Who the hell stole 2 double chests worth of iron?
Oh, um, two guesses.
You and Zippy.
You were almost right.
Just Zippy.
Yep.
Why does he need two
Dude,
double chests worth of
how
iron?
the
That's for everybody.
Yeah.
He converted it all into blocks. That's all I know.
So what?
Is he
That's
using it
still
as a building material for the next, 3 months?
yeah. That's
It's actually not a
12
whole lot of
stacks of
blocks.
blocks. That's 12 stacks of blocks
Whoa,
straight.
whoa, what? Okay, he only
Yeah.
took 3 stacks of blocks.
Well, then where'd the rest of it go?
That I don't know.
I think I
I
took
think
a stack.
I
And
haven't
that's
been
perfectly
there.
fine. I don't mind that. But someone taking all of the iron kind of bugs me because that's for everybody to use.
Maybe
And
it's
if you're
just
gonna
been
take
a
all of
time.
it, then AFK for a while.
I know that Zippy took, I think, 3 stacks of blocks. They're all still at the post office, but um, no, I can't go there. I'm mapping. um,
Anyways,
but yeah, carry on.
the adventure map is starting.
As it has been.
Um, well, I mean, I started digging out the first area, which so far is named the Chaos Mines. I don't know if I'm going to end up changing that or not.
It's a working title.
Well, I mean, it's going to be an apt description because the whole thing is going to be very chaotic looking. It's going to be a lot of mine shafts that have several ups and downs, both staircases and ladders, to try to confuse the player as much as possible.
Oh, good.
Um,
We need confusion.
yeah, I figured that's the
Yeah,
best.
Grave. He did not take 3 stacks of blocks. He took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a little bit more.
Okay, I didn't really pay attention to him. I
Anyways,
wasn't watching. Oh.
So anyway, continue. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
So Chaos Mines is going to end up being, like I said, kind of a random area. It's going to be very haphazardly built. The lore behind it is that the miners that were cutting out inside this mine shaft area were only interested in the resources, not in the fashion in which they gathered them. So there's,
So just like everybody else.
yeah. Well, no, but I mean, if you think of the mine shafts that are naturally generated, they're fairly smooth. There's not a whole lot of stuff sticking out of the ceiling and the ground. Somewhat coherent, but not really. This is going to be much worse because where there were resources in these areas, there's going to be just empty gaps because they stripped everything out of these. And so that'll end up creating paths to other levels of the maps or of the area. The ladders will lead to areas. So it's going to be pretty interesting. This one's probably going to be one of the more difficult ones simply because of the amount of mining that it's going to end up being.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Well, you'll have all the cobblestone you need to build the rest of the map.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good place to start with, I guess.
All I'm going to end up pretty much doing is just putting it into a massive dump chest, and that's just hooked up to an auto smelter.
Mm.
Because, I mean, I keep going to the dual blaze farm for
Ooh,
getting levels
yeah,
and stuff.
blaze
And so
rods.
anytime that I'm there, I just take as many blaze rods as I have room for to use as fuel for auto smelters.
Yeah, that is a very good fuel source.
Yeah.
I have one of those sitting outside my house, cooking glass pretty much all the time at the moment.
Yeah. So, I don't think I have any of my notes around me. I can probably pull up. That's the area that I'm working on right now. The episode that I just started on today is actually working in Spawn to finish up the Stevie house and convert it back into a shop, but
Oh,
more
you
of a
did. You did
general
more to it?
store. Huh?
You did? You actually worked on it? I hadn't even noticed. Hadn't been in there forever.
All that I've done is just at this point is just started working on the floors, and I'm gonna work on the ceiling pretty soon.
Cool. Oh, by the way, did you take the green clay out of it?
No, I have no idea who did that, and it kind of pissed me off because I had to use 2 stacks of my own to replace it all.
Banjo?
I'll give you one guess.
Zippy.
Mm-hmm.
No, he doesn't use clay.
Well, then who else on the server would have been so dumb to steal stuff from someone?
Well, it wasn't really
Really?
stealing. The place was condemned forever. So I mean,
Yeah,
I
and then
don't,
there was a big lottery where we all went and took
I
our
don't.
stuff.
Oh, it was gone before we did that. I don't know that it was all there whenever I was organizing the items. So it may have been gone before that.
I don't know. But anyways, working on it. I've already redone all of the floors. I need to redo the ceiling in the top because it's all stone and dirt. And finish some of the exterior stuff that was left undone. But I got a fair bit to do, and then once I do that, I'm going to set up all the stuff that I'm going to be selling in there. The plan of it is that it's going to be just a general store of selling potions and selling food and
Just kind of whatever you stumble across and end up making.
yeah, exactly. And then I can have lists of stuff that I'm buying for what prices.
Yeah.
It looks like
Kinda
everything's
like-
going to be basically based off of either gold ingots or gold nuggets
That's a good system.
as currency. I was
Oh
gonna.
God,
I was also gonna have like an exchange rate for iron, but there's no fucking point in that.
no.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna get raped.
That reminds me very much of a idea. Well, okay, don't bash me for this, but an idea me and Zippy had way before we even started. I even started the server. We were originally gonna build a public-ish server, and we had found a couple mods that allowed you to use actual items as currency, and we'd done the same thing, used gold blocks, ingots, and nuggets, and we had everything all planned out, and then we just scrapped it. We had a nice map put together too, actually. I don't know what I did with it. It was interesting though.
Yeah.
I was back before I learned that bucket really isn't worth it.
Yeah. So glad that we're a vanilla server.
Yeah. That was, like I said before, I learned the wonders of vanilla fully.
Dude, looking at all of I started just casually looking through all of the command lists and everything that you can use in command blocks. And I'm just like, I wish this wasn't vanilla.
Well, I mean, once it's done, I mean, you could just port it and make it into an actual map.
Yeah, later on. But I think building it from the get-go as that, I think, would be a better idea than doing what I'm currently doing. But, c'est la vie.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting if I decide to ever do any sort of actual maps beyond this.
Yeah.
But, frankly, I can't imagine spending, 5, 6, 7 months doing this again. Because I know this is going to be several months worth of work.
Yeah, especially whenever with this you have distractions every now and again on the same map where you can just kind of go do something and then come back to it. Whereas making it purely on your own kind of sucks. I know from experience.
Yeah.
That literally to make the map that I have yet to freaking finish. I keep saying that. I sat down. I probably put a good 48 hours of work on it within a week straight. Go to work, come home, work on it, go to bed, repeat.
Yeah.
And mess around on the server. But that's about all I did for that thing.
And now look, all of the things that they've simplified.
Yeah, there's quite a few things in that need. Honestly, that fixes a lot of the problems that I was having. Whenever we had tested it the one time, I was noticing that the armor and weapons were going dead. And using some of the commands that I know of on there now, I could probably make it detect if you have the weapons and armor on, and if not, have it replace them.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Granted, people could farm that and just throw all their weapons on the ground, but
Well,
what would be the
that's
point of
that's
that?
the wonderful thing where if
If
well,
you
let
have
me let
more
me think
than
about
one,
this.
yeah.
If you have more than one, it just deletes one out of your inventory
Yeah, well, the problem with that is
until you only have one.
there'd be no real reason to farm it other than to spam your inventory full of stuff, which would be pointless considering the object of the map is to get an item from a boss.
Yeah.
True.
Anyhow,
Yeah.
Moving on.
again,
Yeah, pretty much. League, I guess,
oh god,
is the
we've
next
been
thing we'll
playing
talk
a lot
about.
of that, haven't we?
Yeah. Grave and I popped into a couple matches with a couple of my buddies from my old RuneScape days. And had some fun times. I learned that I cannot play Rise for shit,
No
especially.
Not
one can
many
play
people.
Rise for shit.
Not many people can. There are some people who can pull it off. I used to be able to pull it off whenever I first started, but I definitely couldn't now.
There's
Well,
some people who can pull it off and only get 20 deaths.
yeah, no, that's basically what happened. Was like we would jump into a team fight, and I would be the first one focused down. And it's just like, I'm not that powerful. I barely do anything.
Like I
What
said, if
I
you
do.
the problem with Rise is that if you play him right, he can be destructive. The problem is nobody knows how to play him right.
However, Yi is incredibly
Oh god.
destructive, and you don't even bleh,
Yes, that. You
have to
don't
know
have to
how to
know how
play him
to.
well.
You don't have to have to have to have to have
Have
to
to
have
have
to
to
have
have
to
to have
have
to
to
have
have
to
to
have
have
to.
to.
Yeah, he got what, 2 pentas that game?
Oh
He
gosh.
got a penta, and I think we got aced like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah,
Wow.
namely by him.
Yeah,
And
and he
on
usually in those matches he got at least a triple kill.
yeah.
This is why Yi should just be banned.
No, well, they're not going to ban anyone. They're just
They're
going
just
to
gonna
nerf him.
nerf him.
Yeah. And
Okay.
honestly, they
You
can't
should
nerf him
remove.
much more than they already have.
Oh,
They've done.
they can remove a lot of stuff. They can take him out of the game entirely, and people won't complain.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, they will.
Complain a lot. They'll
People that
complain worse than you about my building and spawn.
Oh no, that's
think,
not
well, I mean,
possible.
no, think about like people that spent the money on skins or stuff, or
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Granted,
if it
they'd
gets
Here,
probably
here would
reimburse.
be my response. Sorry, we're taking out Master Yi, but you get all your money back
yeah.
for any things you might have bought for him, like skins or.
Nonetheless, it won't happen because they'll
I'm
just
going to write an
change it.
angry letter to Riot Games right now.
Yeah, because
That's
that's going
gonna
to
do
accomplish a
a
A
whole
whole lot.
lot.
strongly worded letter.
Banjo,
Um,
you will get slapped by Riot.
but for those
You
that
will
don't
get
know,
banned from
Hi,
Riot.
my name is Gravewalker 132 in League of Legends.
That's
um,
impressive considering you don't know what the actual login name for my account is.
It's Deadgrave, obviously.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope. It's actually a completely different name from anything you guys know of. Because you can log in with
So
a different name than you are in the game.
how?
That's how the game works. You don't have to have the same login name. I've logged in using the same name even now that I've changed it.
Hi, my name's Ezra Eternita. I play League of Legends.
uh, for those that don't know, I found this out today. You can actually get Tristana and Alistair for free.
Good segue.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's League of Legends related. I was
Okay.
just, if you guys go to the League of Legends YouTube page and click on their About section on the channel, there's 2 links there for getting Tristana. It says for skins, but you actually get the champions themselves for free.
Yep.
So I was Banjo knew about it. He didn't tell me. I found out about it just
You
by
know what? I
clicking.
did it so long ago, and they were such crappy champions that I never even thought about it.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm trying to
I
think
always
of
knew that. I
if
always knew that you got the Alistair skin just because they spam it every time you log in, but I didn't
oh,
know you'd actually get them. I don't really want those champs. Tristana maybe.
Tristana's all right.
Yeah. Alistair, oh god. I played a game with somebody playing him. He spammed his joke the whole time and used his ability to knock enemies away so he couldn't kill them.
Hmm.
Made me not want to play him ever.
Well, anyway, Grand Theft Auto.
What?
It's a
Uh,
It's
smooth
like,
transition. Go with it.
which
I,
Grand Theft Auto, 4 or 5?
Four. We've been playing.
a little bit,
Yeah,
yeah.
we played a little bit. I've been playing more single player on my Xbox than I have on the PC, just simply because I'm farther in the campaign.
You are
Amount.
tainted. You are tainted.
Should expect that.
Yeah, but
How dare ye? When you have an option to play on either PC or
Well,
Xbox,
here's
you
the
always
okay,
choose the
again,
PC.
no,
I,
because one, I don't have a controller for my PC.
yeah.
Two, I'm already, like I previously stated, I'm already much farther in the campaign on the Xbox than I am on PC.
Like
So
like you
it,
said, the controller thing, you cannot drive worth crap in that game without a controller.
yeah,
Even
on
flying.
PC, yeah,
No.
it's awful.
Yeah.
Um, but playing on Xbox with the controller, so simple, so easy, so smooth. You wouldn't believe how many accidents I avoided and times I avoided hitting the police at max speed in multiple different vehicles simply because I had that joystick. And my joystick is on that controller is actually kind of janky, so that was even more impressive.
So I'm a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Right.
But very much, I never finished the campaign, so that's why I'm kind of playing it now.
I didn't either. I
I,
played it a
I'm
bunch for a week or so, and then just kind of died out.
Yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. GTA 5, I like the campaign. I haven't played it, but I've been watching Good's playthrough of it.
Oh god, good. Good is hilarious.
Yeah, especially with the torture scene.
Yeah.
He got a lot of enjoyment out of that. But
Well, don't stay with Good.
but I'm enjoying that campaign and how you can switch between people and everything, the game mechanics that they've put into it. So
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really think that it's a very. I mean, it's a very good game, but I don't really think it's appropriate for the masses that are playing it.
oh
My
no,
brother,
definitely not.
What?
my brother, who by the
Okay,
way is 2
people.
years younger than me.
I mean, okay. People have always been complaining about kids playing GTA games, and that's
You know what? I
obvious.
I don't think that GTA until 5 has been all that bad. I mean, like, there's no
Really?
outright. No, I mean, really. Have you seen the
No,
actual?
I know. Like, I definitely agree that GTA 5 is probably
I'm
a
saying
little
it's not
bit
as
more
bad.
over the edge, but I mean,
I'm still saying it's not
I couldn't count the
great.
number of times that Nico has said "fuck you" to somebody
Oh, that's
while
nothing. I'm
playing the
talking about like the
game.
sex scenes. That's something that 12-year-olds shouldn't be playing.
Hey, if you angle it right, you can see you going to town on that hooker in a car.
Wow.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Other than the completely obnoxiously over the top trying to see it, uh, GTA 5 is way worse.
I don't disagree, but it's in keeping with how the game is.
Mm,
I don't know. I just think that 5 really should not be played by 14-year-olds.
There's
I'm not
there's
disagreeing with
nothing
you
you can
on
do
that.
about it. That's the problem.
Oh, there's
Um,
plenty I can do about it. I can take my brother's hard drive.
yes, you think that's going to end well.
Oh, it does. Because then I show my mom the campaign videos on YouTube, and then she goes, "You've been
Then
playing that?"
Seriously, I want to know, like, who bought the game for your brother?
My brother, after he traded in my Xbox.
oh,
How did he buy it? Isn't it a mature game?
Yes. Do people at GameStop care? No.
Mm.
Usually they actually, well, at least around here they usually do.
Around here they do. And
I don't know. Well,
I
this one
I
guy,
know
this
some,
one guy.
Texas, enough said.
No, it's not that. It's just that this one guy, he was alone in the shop. He had a line out the door for people trading in or buying games. Actually, I think it was because people were buying GTA, but
Yeah.
um, and he just did not want. He didn't have time for that.
One of them days.
Yeah, one of those days, and he just did not care.
That's
And
almost understandable, but
and
nonetheless.
I gave him my Xbox because I don't play the Xbox anyway. I traded in the old Xbox, and I got Saints Row 4, which by the way I should not be playing. I do. We won't get into that, but
because you're
here's me
so
saying
much
that I
better
do.
than your brother playing
Yeah,
GTA
yeah, definitely.
5.
Well, you know what? When he
So much
repeats
better.
things that he hears on the radio or that his friends say,
Yeah.
that's what really gets on my nerves. When he screams like "fuck you" or "hey guys, it's not masturbating, it's called enjoyment." Really? You don't need to say that, especially when your mom is right downstairs. So it just bugs the hell out of me that he can get away with that.
Yeah.
Welcome
Anyway,
to life.
ranting.
Slash soapbox.
Oh.
Backslash unsoapbox. What else? That's really it.
Anyhow. I'm sure we have something else to talk about somewhere.
Um,
Jinx cosplay.
It was only a matter of time, honestly.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if how much you looked at that
okay,
page,
wait.
that Facebook page, but if you scroll down farther, there was another girl that did much worse. So,
Yeah,
I
that one was out before Jinx was out. Because I've
yeah,
seen it.
Okay, let me see. I'm looking at the page. Where is this cosplay?
It's the picture.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah,
it's
that's creepy. That's really creepy.
Yeah.
And the girl, oh yeah, that's just comedic value right there.
Honestly, though, I'm waiting for the next year whenever all the cons are.
mm,
Because there's going to be hundreds of them. Well, probably not
Oh
hundreds, but there's
God,
not
going to be a lot
hundreds.
of them.
this needs to
There's
be a
going to be
thing.
a lot of them.
This needs to be a thing. Heisendinger?
Heimerdinger.
No, Heisendinger. It's Breaking Bad.
Oh,
Oh,
Walt White.
yeah.
I would love to see that.
I don't think they'll actually make that skin. I mean, granted, there are mods to have custom skins. There are a lot of custom skins. One that I wish that they would put in is Ramus the Hedgehog.
that would be pretty damn funny.
So, people have made the skin, honestly. I've looked it up a little bit, but it's just that's one that actually surprises me a little bit. They didn't do or do something along the lines of just to poke fun at the fact that he basically is Sonic.
Yeah.
Sonic, why?
What?
Sonic. It's an internet thing.
Okay then.
Welcome to the 21st century, jeez.
I don't want to live in this century. Sorry.
Would you like to live in the previous one or the next one?
Yes.
C, none of the above.
You know, it'd be fun to have a podcast with a whole bunch of people and like have it be a little bit organized so not everybody's not talking over each other.
Oh, that's
But
never gonna happen.
but as soon as somebody says something stupid, kick them from the call and see how long it takes to get down to like one-on-one.
Oh.
That would
We
be
could-
fun.
If we could get everybody into a call, we could probably do this.
I got $20 on Zippy first.
I get $20 on you first
Yeah.
because I'm the one holding the trigger.
No, I think we should have somebody rational, like
Sigs.
Sigs, yeah.
Or,
Sigs are king.
Sigs are king. They would not abuse the close call button.
Me.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you guys for listening to the podcast.
And he's gone. All right, there goes Banjo.
I'm still here.
Damn.
Worry not. I am still here.
How's that supposed to make us not worry?
hell
Let's
is
see.
that?
What the hell have we done in the past like couple of weeks?
Honestly, a lot of League.
Yeah. Even though I'm still level 11.
I'm only level 17.
Well, the
No.
thing is, you just had started how long ago?
That's true.
I
Like
mean,
a month and a
it's a heck
half.
of a lot faster than I leveled.
True. Well, I have people to play with, even though nobody's
Exactly.
online right now.
Well, yeah, it's because we're in this call.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying, hey, let's play League.
Pretty much. Thanks everybody for listening to the podcast.
KK, bye-bye.
But seriously.
Get out. Get out now.
Yeah, I think this is probably where we're going to end up ending it. We've kind of run out of things to talk about, and a lot faster than I think we thought we would.
Yeah.
So, thanks
You don't
everybody for
deserve to
listening.
listen to us.
Huh?
Leave now. Go.
Yeah.
It's over.
Go
Leave.
play League. Thanks everybody, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!